we're going to continue doing some art assets for the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book that we're producing right now today. I'm going to bring this microphone in a little bit closer so you all can hear what I have to say. Let me check my signal here real quick, and we'll put about 100 minutes into this morning. Hold on real quick, and we'll put about 100 minutes in. Yeah, it sounds really clean. Awesome. I like the new arrangement I have. I think my voice sounds a lot warmer with the microphone being repositioned. So it's on a boom now. You can't see it because of the background, but I think it's sitting prettier. So anyway, hey, if you follow me on Twitter, I've just posted that I'm live. So if you want to find out when I'm live in the future, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm going to just go through my spiel here real quick, and then we'll get into it. So hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing game supplement PDFs that I publish online for people to consume. Currently, I focus my attention on Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I publish my work on the DMsGuild. There are multiple links in the description down below to different books that I've already created that are on the DMsGuild. You can click on any of them, and they're 100% free previews, so you can read them cover to cover, no cost, just to read them. Most of them come with assets, like the things that we'll be working on today. Between the different options that we have listed today, there's about 150 different illustrations between them. So if you're an art enthusiast, you're certainly welcome just to check out the books to see the pictures. If you're a D&D enthusiast, you're also certainly encouraged to try out using the mechanics in your game to see if they're to your liking. And if they are, consider making a purchase to support the efforts. And in consideration of that, you can also support the channel by liking, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, and all the blah-de-blah to help make sure that the channel can continue to rise. So we built this book cover like around, I think around episode 40. No, it was episode 15, that we, 17 maybe, around, anyway. Earlier in our Spelljammer playlist, there's the creation of this book cover. We are coming back today to continue working on the Hammerhead ship revision that we had been working on to fix. There are a number of quality of life improvements that I need to make for this ship in general. Hold on. I'm going to get rid of the grid. And then I want to I don't know why. Why are you on that tool? B R A. There you go. Let's go with how do I fetch you? Let's do it like that. We can copy like this. And paste like that. So there's some work I need to do on the tokens. I was being cautious about how I would depict these ships because I wanted to attempt to conform to the format that they're presented as in the Spelljammer's Adventures in Space. But as I dive further and further into the system and just absolutely fall in love with it, I'm recognizing that there's little value in retaining how I'm. Hold on. There's weirdness up here. I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, the things I'm trying to say here is the way that there are no squadron mechanics in Spelljammer's Adventures in Space as presented. So it was kind of on to us to be able to create those squadron mechanics. And in that process of just creation, we found that there needs to be more weapon stuff stuff going on with the ships as presented. So we are in the process of making those fixes. Yeah, no, my dude. There you go. Very good. Merge that down. And then we can duplicate. Flip horizontal. Wheel this on over. So I originally just wanted to get away with very simple icons indicating where weapons were, but as we dive further and further into the document, we're finding that it's going to be really useful to actually distinguish what types of weapons each ship has, and those ships don't have any mounted weapons. Mounted weapons just don't exist in Spelljammer's Adventures in Space, so it's kind of on to us to be able to make those revisions. So that is kind of what we're in the process of doing right now, is fixing those things. There we go. That fixed that. Very good. Feel like that was useful. Yeah, okay. I see where you're at. Do that. It feels like the right way to do. Hey, I spy my little eye something on the side of the page. The DMsGuild. Hey, how you doing, my dude? Let me fix my window here so I can actually read your text properly. Hey, thanks a lot for swinging by. Congratulations on a Saturday morning game. That's not, well, I have no idea where in the world you are, so it could be Saturday evening where you're at, but hey, Tyler. Yeah, Dreams, having games on Saturday is just grand. Congrats. Yeah, coming along with the build. I need to what I need to do is we have the what I want to do is implement the mounted weapons. These are like, we have better icons here, and I need to change out, like, this is a mounted weapon, this is a siege weapon. I need to change the icons on those, and I also need to have more icons. I need a catapult icon, a trebuchet icon, and then I want to have the mounted weapons. So I need more icons, and so I think I need to just place weapon stations on this, as well as all the other ships that we've been producing for. The way that so we've been doing page layouts, right? And we've been cleaning up the squadron statistics here for, or the layout for how squadrons and fleets work. And squadrons and fleets, they organize into, like, they occupy space together, like a vessel occupies, like, say, this hammerhead ship that we're working on. It occupies, and we actually have a lot of graphics for this, which is why we implemented all this stuff. We've got a hammerhead ship, which occupies a 250-foot space, so it's a 5x5 space. But when you organize ships into squadrons and fleets, they're sharing space inside of a 500-foot square. So the way that you calculate damage that a squadron can do is by counting the number of squares that ships occupy inside of the squadron's space, up to 10. So if we have 2 hammerhead ships inside of a 500-foot square, this is like basically a 250 by 250-foot square. So you could have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those next to each other. You have 4 hammerhead ships occupying the space inside of a 500-foot square, which would be a total of, well, it caps out at 10, a 10 by 10 space. Because if you put 2 hammerhead ships inside of a 500-foot square, and then you put 2 enemy ships inside the same 500-foot square, they're dogfighting, but they're also filling up that 500-foot space. And I have to build diagrams for all this crap. But that also means that, like, that 10 squares worth of space that your team's hammerhead ship would fill would basically means that you're doing 10 dice worth of siege damage to the enemy team when you're attacking them. So that means that I really need to be adding more weapons to these ships than what's listed to be able to properly depict how much, like, there should technically be, using the mechanics that we use, up to 5 siege weapons on this ship, but it only currently has 3, while, like, the lamprey is like a 3, is like fills 3 squares, but has 4 siege weapons depicted on its deck. It's not balanced at all. Like, there was no rhyme or reason how many weapons they gave ships in the 2nd edition Spelljammer. So when they cut and pasted all those diagrams and basically copy pasted weapons from 2nd edition to 5th edition, there wasn't any real consideration about exactly how many weapons does this thing have and how does that scale its combat capability compared to other ships, which is a big concern in the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration document that we're creating. So I built all of the tokens true to the 2nd edition or Spelljammer's Adventures in Space formatting, but that isn't serving us. So I really need to go in and recalibrate, I guess, or rebuild where all the weapons are on ships and how many weapons are on those ships based on how large the vessel is and how it works as a squadron. So we're currently going through the process of, well, finishing up cleaning the document or cleaning up how hammerhead ships work, so that we can just build them smarter. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now. So let's see. Oh, hey, I gotta get caught up. So afternoon, happy time zone. Happy time zone. That's fabulous. I'm gonna use that. Those icons would be handy to have in the package too. Yeah, they will be in a zip file that is included with the PDF. So you'll absolutely get all the ship tokens at the 5 foot at the 500-foot scale, at the 50-foot scale, as well as here at the 5-foot scale. We have those all available for you. We also have creature tokens from Boo's Menagerie. Creatures that are 50 feet or larger in size as well, that can operate on the same scaling. Like if you want to ride on the back of Kandari, or like an Asoderic attacks your ship in Light of Xeraxis at one point, that's a 50-foot creature. So we have 50-foot scales for all the creature tokens as well. And then we also have we've been in the morning doing all the NPC tokens for all the creatures that could potentially board your ship during the adventure of Light of Xeraxis. So if we're doing spaceship combat, we want to make sure we have all of the different stuff, including the maps, that you need to be able to do that. So it's been a heavy lift. A lot of this stream has just been devoted to building these tokens. But now that we're going into the actual document and doing the layouts, as soon as we're getting really far along on our layouts for this document. So that's coming along really well. But once all the text layout is done, all these gaps that we have in the pages you like here and here and here and here, we'll be able to drop in these tokens as diagrams to show how all these different ship mechanics work inside the document. Like here's the image that I'm working on right now, and you can see that it's specifically talking about maps, scaling, and weapon ranges that you have. What kind of weapons can use at the 500-foot scale, what kind of weapons can use at the 50-foot scale, and what kind of weapons can use at the 5-foot scale. And then we're using the imagery of the tokens to see how does that correlate with what game mechanics we're introducing into the game. So this map isn't done. I've shown this one off last week, but like, you know, here's the 500-foot scale, and here's like the Zaraxus Citadel of Light and all the star moths that defend it, and then we can zoom into the 50 and the 5-foot scale to show how this battle in Light of Zaraxus is conducted using our squadron and fleet mechanics. So a lot of lifting. It's a lot of work, but it's totally going to pay off in the end. It'll be a freaking amazing document. But since the squadron mechanics that we use are based on the size of the ship, it's basically calibrating how much damage you're going to do. The more ships you have, the more damage you deal. Makes sense. So we then have to rebuild all the ship tokens to be able to accommodate that narrative of, if I've got 250 feet worth of ship, it should have 5 siege weapons on it, and as well as 5 mounted weapons. So if I have 2 hammerheads in a squadron, I'll have 10 squares worth of ship that'll have 10 weapons worth of dice that you roll to deal damage with, times 10 for siege damage, and just straight dice for mounted weapons. And then the reload mechanics are drastically different as well, which we'll get into when we look at those pages. So, what is your advice for formatting the pages on publishing games? What is your advice on formatting the pages? Do you have a Discord where I can communicate with you about your experience with publishing sometime? If you know where I'm at if you found me through any of my Discord or Twitter links, you're welcome to just hit me up on Discord. That's cool. I don't have my own channel yet. I don't want the duty of having. I already mod for Indestructible Boys channel, so I don't want to have to moderate my own channel as well. I'd rather just piggyback on other people's Discords for now and just talk about what I do. But yeah, you are. Oh, you found me via YouTube. Got it. Let's see. What do I have? Well, like and subscribe first off so you don't lose track of me, please. But let's see here. Down in the description, Theurgy for more here. To publish here. Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter at Phil Kearney. You can follow me here, and you can drop me a message through Twitter. And I don't have my Discord handle presented, but I am on Discord. So if you hit me up on Twitter and just say, hey, I'll drop you my Discord link, and you're welcome to gab with me as much as you want. Yeah, we're just trying to build this into a monetized stream so that whenever I come on in the future and I do art assets and book design work like this, I can get paid for ads and stuff like that off of YouTube. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and get ourselves to a consistent 4,000 hours minimum of annual viewing time on the channel. So, yeah, we're doing icons right now, and I am building out the front end of this ship so that I can pick it up and move it over to the other document that we have, which is vessels, the vessel tokens. Here's the star moth that we built, but I'm going to open up with that. See, this is the original hammerhead. This is like literally how the hammerhead ship is illustrated in the Spelljammer official content, but I don't like how it looks at me. So, so we created this new bit here that we're going to duplicate right now into our vessel tokens. Which is obviously far bigger. I see text down there, and I am horrible about keeping track of it, mostly because I'm really blind. But no excuses. So you say this works. Thank you, James. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a professional artist. So, I mean, I started off as an artist, did freelance work throughout 3rd edition and 4th edition. And then in 5th edition, I started doing actual design work myself. And now I get paid for artwork as well as the books that I create. And now I'm trying to build a stream where I can get monetized so I can try to get paid enough to actually make, art a viable future for me. So, yeah, Discord. I'll go ahead and shout out at Discord for Derzazad since that's what Tyler is suggesting. So, yeah, here's Derza's channel. Let's go with invites are disabled. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I can't, but I don't know how to invite people because I'm not smart enough. But it's Derzazad's Dungeon Master. Yeah, I'm utterly incompetent at this stuff. Tyler, if you know how to do this stuff, man, if you don't mind dropping stuff in the Cord or in the chat, I got to get more competent with how to do Discord stuff, which is another reason why I don't run my own Discord. I just don't have the chops yet. The Dreams, man. Thanks a lot for the compliment. I really appreciate you. That's really sweet. It's you can check out a slew of the books that I've already created on DMsGuild down in the description down below. They're all everything that I build is always 100% free preview. So once this gets published, you'll be able to read all the mechanics at no cost. But of course, if you want all these assets that I'm creating, we'd ask that you make a purchase. So generally that's considered fair. There we go. That's sitting pretty. Cool. Now I can start integrating this into the rest of the piece. No, 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 no. Boom. 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 Anyway, it's time. Hey, great on, man. Dreams, thanks for swinging by, my dude. I'm thrilled to hear it, man. I think I really think it's really gonna hit those buds, those taste buds that you're looking for some sweet flavors. So I hope you have a fantastic game, my guy. And I'm here 6 days a week, so catch up with me when you can. And love to hang. There. Boop. There we go. That's good. Now we can go down to, where is our deck? Let's go with this. That should be a good chunk. Just grab there. Just like that. Just like that, my guys. Oh, and I have to have a 20-minute timer going. God, it's 10 o'clock. I only have till 11. Then it's brunchy time. I'm going to continue working on page layouts. We're We're getting actually really, really close with the pages. So, right on, my guy. Thank you. Let's see. How far into this are we? We still have to clean up the. I got that fixed. We still need to lay out how crew and repairing ships sit on the pages. Maintaining ships and crew. There we go. Lifestyle, all that stuff. Making repairs, and then it spills into the spellcasting section. One thing that I do need to change is work on my caps. This should be a 14 font. Yeah, 14 font. The 12-point font. We've removed the capital. Spell that. Show me a 12, my dude. Notable spells, that should be capitalized. See, we're still doing cleanup over here. And what is that, a 16-point font? Yeah, and these are 14. It can't be like that. Like I might want to change these the 12-point fonts. Cantrips and rituals. 14. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change that. Anyway, so we'll be fixing that. But it's still looking pretty good. And then the rest of the export, like we still have to do all these diagrams and stuff. So I don't want it. I'm not. Once I have the pages laid out properly, then then most of my production is going to move to doing diagrams and layouts and charts and stuff. I don't know how interesting that stuff is going to be, so I'm limiting right now. I'm kind of limiting my stream on Saturday mornings to doing art, like artsy art type stuff like this. And we'll probably get into diagrams and stuff, eventually. When it's there. This has by far the longest production cycle of anything I've ever worked on. It is daunting. It is dauntingly large. Definitely worth the effort, but it is a heavy lift. So it's just taking a lot longer than I want. But hopefully, once we figure out how to do all this stuff, it'll make the Eberron adventure much more efficient. So, temporary sacrifice, long-term gain. That's what we're attempting here. Let's see. Got that sitting pretty. Considering my next move. Okay, so what is my next move? I think we need to build better icons. Let's fold up. Like, we probably want to switch out these turrets for something different. But for now, we're just going to work on placement. Put one there. My goal is to have five siege weapons on this ship. These will probably be catapults. Jeez, I could probably like redo this. I have like one there and then one here. Yeah. Then I'd have to change the stairway so it's in the middle. So I'm not opposed to doing. I kind of like that idea. I kind of like the idea of stubbing off this nose altogether. And then just having the But this is cool. It is neat having that thing little partitioned off like that. God, that'd be a great place for a trebuchet. Yeah, I think we need to put a trebuchet there. Is what we need to do. This thing's big enough. It can freaking haul a trebu. Oy vey. 1, 2, 3 big uns, 4, 5. I could actually build little gun things over there. God, it's such a... Alright, well, I feel like I'm procrastinating right now. I procrastinate when I don't know what to do. 1, 2, I don't want to, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to load up too many guns on the back of this ship. Pull those forward. Like there. So great, we can categorize these as siege, and then we can mounted. Transform. Did I yoink one from the other? Oh yeah, I just yoinked it. That's not cool. Duplicate, and then let's put it back down where it belongs. There we go. So ridiculously excited about this. Nope, that's the wrong thing to do. Let's go to free transform. That's about halvesies there. Yeah, that really just warmed my heart. Thank you, Dreams. That was really sweet. Duplicate. Something like that. Free transform equals flip vertical, like that. Yeah, not a good look. Let's do that instead. maybe our siege. Duplicate these layers, maybe duplicate. That might not be a bad place. We'll put it there for now. And then for these mounted weapons, I figured out what I want to do with these. And then if we transform. That makes the most sense. I kind of want to. I kind of want to broaden this head out and then have 2 guns up front. Like, how would that look? Let's go with something like. These. And then like slide those back. This guy and like slide that forward, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. See, we don't need that many. So that means we can get rid of the one in the middle of the deck. Like having 2 catapults in the back of the deck, like mangonels in the back, and then 3 ballista in the front, so that you don't have to worry about the sail. That makes a lot of sense. The sail isn't really necessary considering the nature of spelljamming, but it is tradition, so I think we'll keep it. Oh, this could be fun. Maybe if we did this instead. Hold on. Let's build a gun nest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of cool. And then we can take the siege weapons, pull those back. And we can just snub that nose completely. Oh God, yes. Yeah, we'll snub that out. Hold on. Ooh, oh, that's cool. Hold on. We have cool ideas. First off, let's make sure this is doing what we want it to do. There, and then we'll duplicate this layer, of course, and then free transform equals flip horizontal. It's cool to have intent behind game design. Yes, this is going to be super fucking cool. No, these are mounted weapons. Hold on. Get you out of the way. Over here. We can do that. Fucking sweet. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking dope. Thanks, Tyler. 1, 2, I'm missing a gun. Okay, so I'm just gonna cheat the system for now, and let's cheat his nose off for now. Come back later and actually actually clean it up. This is ideation stream. I don't need to bog you down in the intimate details of Blar. Hey, timely timer. Got another 40 minutes left. I'll take it. I love doing these things, man. They're so freaking cool. There's just so much sick shit we can do with this game. Merge that down. Sit right proper. Now that we have those, we can get back here into the nose. Bum, 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 bum. Let's do. Yeah, that'll work. That looks right. Tell me you're lined up. Cool. Now I'm gonna put that trebuchet back in there. Goddamn. 2, 3, 4, 5. There. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with those yet. I should probably actually spread those out, like have them down the line. That would make sense. I think that would make sense. There, that fills this space a little easier. Yes. There. And then we can grab these. That guy is gonna scuttle so hard. Holy crap. Hold on. Let's look at RAM mechanics real quick since you're asking. Weapons and crew. Siege melee weapons. So the space you occupy is the reach of the ship. So this has a 5 squares that it occupies. So you can hit, at the 50-foot scale, you can hit a craft up to 3 squares away. Some old 4th edition language there for you. Eat your heart out, MCDM. So a hammer ship can hit with melee weapons up to 150 feet. And the damage that it deals, let's see, when you ram, a pilot can make a ram attack after moving the ship in a straight line towards a target and using a bonus action to make a pilot check against the AC of the target. A vessel must move at least 250 feet towards the target, and the pilot can choose to stop at the 50 or 5-foot square adjacent to the target. A craft, we skip craft because of hammer ship. If the attack hits, determine the results as detailed in the list of melee weapons section below. If the attack misses, the pilot of the ramming ship must make a Constitution or Dexterity saving throw against the result of your own attack roll, or you scuttle your own ship. So let's look at, and then you got ram weapons. And then scuttling is when you, after a successful melee attack against this target ship or similar structure with a gravity plane, as a bonus action, you can attempt to suddenly shift its gravity to align with yours, referred to as scuttling. The target makes a Dexterity or a Constitution saving throw against a DC 15 or your pilot DC, whichever is higher. If the target ship has more hit points than yours, you roll with advantage. If it has less, then you roll with disadvantage. If the save succeeds, the pilot ship is fine. If the save fails, the target, anything that isn't secured, takes damage equal to the number of D6, equal to a number of D6s equal to the number of 50-foot spaces the target occupies, minimum D6. So if you were to scuttle a hammerhead ship, it would anybody on board would take 5d6 worth of falling damage. And you can use a reaction to brace yourself to not take any of that damage. The hammerhead ship itself would do, let's go down to actual weapons, types of rams. 5 squares, it does d8 times 10 ramming damage. And then, let's see, a bludgeoning ram. So you have to move and use a bonus action to ram with a bludgeoning ram. And scuttling also takes a bonus action. However, a bludgeoning ram, when the pilot hits with a ram attack using a bludgeoning ram, roll the damage dice twice and add them together, which would be 2d8, which for this would be 2d8 times 10. In addition, you choose to automatically scuttle the target as part of your attack. So you can make your ram attack, and you don't even have to use the bonus action to scuttle. So you ram, you deal your damage, and you scuttle them at the same time. So a bludgeon attack just basically rocks the entire ship. And again, if your pilot gets scuttled, he loses concentration. He loses command of the ship. The piloting helm goes down. The ship is defenseless while it's effectively stunned. Like scuttling, if the pilot fails to scuttle, can get basically like stuns the ship until the pilot can recover and gain control of the vessel again to be able to provide shielding. So if you can scuttle the ship, you've got a chance of being able to actually damage the ship directly without the pilot absorbing any of the damage for you, which is freaking fantastic. The piercing ram lets you initiate a grappling check for free because you just pierced the hull and now you're just stuck in it, so that's a grapple. And then slashing, some of the ships have just like giant blades hanging off the front of them. And instead of doubling damage, it triples the damage. So that gets really sick really quick. Like the Star Moth has a slashing ram. I'll conceal this for a moment and drop down to the Star Moth. Oh my god, it's a lot of freaking file. Star Moth. That is just a massive, just basically a giant scimitar hanging off the front end of this dude. So a scimitar ram attack. It's a 4 squares. Once it's supposed to be 4 squares, it's off kilter a bit here apparently. Oh, that's right. I was messing with breaking it up into 50-foot spaces for mapping purposes. But this is how it should actually sit inside of the configuration. And so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So we know that 4 squares, 4 squares equals, it has a 100-foot reach with that blade. And then it's 4 squares, so it does d6. So this does d6 times 10 damage if it hits with melee attack. If you are ramming with a charge attack, instead it does 3d6 times 10 damage. So that is going to fucking suck for somebody. And then, but it doesn't do anything special. It doesn't grapple. It doesn't scuttle. It just does a shitload of damage. And then if you don't have a ram at all and you do a ram attack, then you just roll your normal damage, but you take that much damage also. So you can do it, but it's going to hurt your ship in the process, as opposed to these specialized weapons that let you. And then these rams are like the default melee weapon attack that you use. If you're using a hammerhead ship, then you're just dealing bludgeoning damage, and you're just bam, 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 hitting with your ship. And then every time you hit with, if you hit with a ram, not a charge attack, but if you just hit it like with a normal weapon attack, like a fighter, like if your fighter's your pilot, and he's 11th level fighter, then he has 3 attacks per round with that ram. And at any point, if he hits, he can use his bonus action to, he hits with the ram, he can try to scuttle the craft if he wants. Or if you're using piercing rams, you can stab, and any of those, you can use your bonus action to grapple, to attempt grappling the ship. So it's all using very similar 5e mechanics, just at really huge scales with ridiculous amounts of damage, because like this Star Moth has 400 hit points. So, you know, if you have a perfect, like if a Star Moth hits on the Star Moth, it's going with a ram, it's going to at most do 180 damage, but the pilot could take half of that, like say take 90 of that, convert that 90 siege damage down to only 9 hit points of damage, and then the other 90 gets taken by the Star Moth, and it has 400, so obviously you can take that, and then you can use a fabricate spell or a cantrip to start repairing the ship during combat if you need to. And if that's beyond your means, then you could always take the ship into a dock and pay a crew to start fixing your ship while you do your downtime activities in the town that you showed up in. So that's the ideas behind that stuff. So yes, ramming something with the hammer ship is just super bad news for whoever got hit by that. It's just great. Just freaking cool. Let's see. But yeah, we want to clean up this nose now. So back to work. Enough geeking out. Get back to work, kid. Bop bop boo, bop bop boo. Yeah, we'll leave that configuration like that. I like that. And putting a trebuchet on the front of this guy sounds like a really freaking great idea. So we have to make trebuchet language now. We'll pull these guys. This is probably a good spot for those, right? Actually, maybe not. Mid-dag. I'm trying to think. This cargo bin. I don't want to get in the way of the cargo. Hey, Hornetico, it's good to see you, my dude. Get a fresh view of the system I'm working on. Nice. Now I'm trying to make some more progress. Right, that all my shit takes for fucking ever. Mostly because the slower you brew, the more you're going to see the holes. Like rushing through a project is where you end up having gaps and then having to make corrections later. Like I don't mind these things taking a long time for me because I know they're fucking solid. So and if I find like if there's something that I had an oversight for at this point in the game, it's actually pretty easy for me just to be able to implement any kind of changes that are necessary if if they're necessary. So I'm just trying to figure out where the hell. It's good to see you, Hornetico, man. I need to keep them clear of this, and I don't want to. Ah, okay. I know what to do. I know what to do. Rico, you know what to do. I'll stop. No, I won't. Hell yes, man. Oh my god. The other. Trebuchet. The other. See, it really does just fit in there, but the sail is getting in the way. It's not. What is the proper design decision here? I guess push everything forward. Algernon? Question mark? Yeah, that is the correct answer. Free transform. Flip vertical now, baby. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the mounted weapons. Wow, what a gunboat. Looking kind of empty there in the middle, but I think I'm okay with it. What a gunboat. Love this monster. Holy crap. You're the problem. Ah, perfect. Nice. We'll do that. Hold on. Nose. I sense a flaw. Okay, what I need to do then is shit. It's getting more complicated because I'm clumsy and I didn't think things through. So let's do this. It's not a bad idea. Something like that. I mean, it's clumsy and ugly as fuck right now, but we'll fix it. Oh, that's just smudging. No wonder. Very good. Something like that. Cool. Figured it out. We'll go back through and clean it up for real some other time. Don't bore me with the details, kid. Open that back up again. Is that the one? That's the one. Absolutely the wrong way to do that. Yeah, like that. The middle mounting looks like a little face. Yeah, that's the problem we were having with the original design, right? I don't know if you were around for that debacle. Transform. Yeah, Square knows that. I'm good with that. Okay, so let's fix the turrets. There, that's that's the right placement for you. Right placement for you. Now we can worry about the nice. Scoot back into that nose and pick it. Feels a little squeezed in. Not necessarily happy with that. I like the look of it though. The overall feel for it I think is a lot better. Yeah, much tankier little monster here. I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. And do like that. Looks like this is all we're going to do for today. But I want to... we need to build this trebuchet. Like, we need to build the mangonel, the trebuchet icons, and then mounted weapon icons. I'm just going to leave mounted weapon. I think like these little cheap little crossbow looking things. Transform equals flip horizontal. That feels right. Nice. Goddamn, what a bruiser boat. Loving you. Nice. All right, that looks good. Good enough anyway. Good enough for now. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. It's got 5 mounted and 5 siege. That's the way it's supposed to be. That is the format that we are establishing for these things. Damselfly is a 2x2. I need to get you back. You're supposed to be. Get back, Loretta. Go home. So this is only a 2x2, so it needs 2 turrets. I'll probably switch that out for a mangonel. But we can absolutely duplicate that. And got mounted weapons on the back. Yeah, this stuff's gonna be pretty easy. Did I just actually say that? Holy shit. This is a 3x3, so it's got the gift cannon and it's got the 2 siege weapons off the back. Turrets. go. You're locked. Back when I was locking everything. Bombard. Turrets. That back. Make a duplicate. And then free transform. Half its size. Yeah. No, wait. There we go. Oh god, I've been missing text. Sorry guys. So I just realized that a cool thing I could do with each class in the system is make a pre-generated character for all of them to help show off how the system builds itself. Yes, you should. I do that with the color mana spell point variant rule, core mechanics, as well as the Eldritch Knight, the Knights and Tricksters books. That each of them has various characters at different options that use color mana in different ways. So definitely recommend that. It's just a great add-on. 1, 2. Heavily recommend. One, 2, 3. And this one here. 1, 2, 3. These things are so fun. They're so fun. Wait, you can't be visible. What are you, 1, 2, 3 also? 1, 2, 3. You already built yourself, didn't you? Transform. One there seems pretty cool. That free transform, flip horizontal, slide that one over where it needs to be. Then duplicate that layer. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put you. That's better. 1, 2. Damn. 1, 2. Yeah, more excuses for more characters, more art, always good. Definitely approve and agree. So now I got 1, 2, 3 guns. Oh, we got 3 mounted and 3 siege weapons on this one. That is appropriately built. Hammerhead ship that we worked on already. He's good to go. Lamprey, motherfucker. Oh, that'll be easy. I'm going to do the Lamprey and then we'll be done. And then we'll... be back. Actually, we can. Let's duplicate this layer. And you can seal those. Almost done here. Pull those forward. Yeah, that feels right. 3. 1, 2, 3. So we'll change the language of these ballistas to the other type of ballista we have. We'll build mangonel icons, and then we'll build a trebuchet icon, and we'll leave these simple icons as mounted weapons. And that should help with our language overall. Lamprey. We get the living ship, which is 1, 2. So this needs to slide back to center. Fill this 2 by 2 space. This already has the Trent, which acts as a trebuchet. So all you need 2 mounted weapons on this one. Okay, that'll be easy. All right, we're gonna, like I said, I gotta go. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce for now, and I will be back. I'm gonna be back on Monday morning. We're gonna continue working on NPC icons, but I can also add in, I can also pepper in these revised ship decks as well on our Monday mornings. Monday night we'll be back with Eberron cartography, and then Thursday morning we'll probably do Eberron cartography and some more ship tokens, Spelljammer art at Thursday night, and then Saturday morning we'll also do more. If we haven't finished the ship tokens by then, we will. Baka. So that should be done by then. We still have about 20 NPC tokens to do. So we'll knock down a good 5 of them this week, 10 next week. So by the end of May, all the icons, all the line art for the icons will be done, and then we'll have to go through and color all of them. In May, we'll definitely be done by the end of, well, I've got a week off in May, so God knows how much we're going to be able to pile through on those days off. Because I'll have 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, to be able to hammer through all that stuff. Though I won't do that all on stream, but I will probably have longer streams in the morning and the evening than I normally would. I can also stream I can have longer streams. That'll be good. And by May 20th, I want to be done with my layouts and have all the diagrams and charts resolved, so that all we're working on at that point is artwork. So all the time we're spending on screen is going to be just art assets and pushing through the document, and then time off. Instead of me having to work on the layouts and stuff, I can continue working on the boring pieces of the artwork. So I'm excited, guys. This could be done in July. I doubt it's going to be done in June. I just doubt it. But I think July is very realistic. And I think we're going to be done with our Eberron edits. I think those are going to be done in June. And I will be done with the underground bunker in Eberron in May, probably next week. And then we'll be working on the village. And then we start working on token assets for that as well. Man, I'm excited, guys. All right, that's it for now. Thanks a lot for support, showing up, helping me not feel so horrible about how long everything takes, and I'm looking forward to being back again. So I hope you all have a great day. I will see you on the other side. Thanks a lot.